All right. Well, hi. Welcome to Gear Basics. My name is Fletcher from Cascade Designs, the manufacturer of Thermarest, MSR, Seal Line, Platypus, and lots of other great brands of product. We're here today at Outdoor Retailer Winter Show 2014, and here to talk about the new MSR snowshoes coming to market in winter of 2014-15. So let me tell you a little bit about what we actually do and what really differentiates us in the marketplace. MSR snowshoes are built on three principles. One is high traction. So one of the things you'll see as we go through each of the snows is the 360 degrees worth of traction built into the snowshoe. Rather than using tubes, we use basically frames that cut into the snow and provide unbelievable amounts of grip so that you don't end up sliding. Side hilling is no problem, which is often a problem with other snowshoe type designs. So that's first, is traction. Secondly is modularity. Our snowshoes are designed so that you can actually increase the overall flotation if you're happen to be going out in newer snow, unconsolidated snow. But at the same time, rather than buying an oversized snowshoe, we recommend that you actually undersize your snowshoe for better overall maneuverability, and then add a tail if you do need that extra flotation. So that's a very unique thing that we've been doing ever since day one, about 15 years ago when we first came out with our snowshoes. The last thing that's unique to our snowshoe line that you'll see is ergonomic efficiency. We do both men's specific and women's specific snowshoes, and they're very much tailored to the gait of men and women, which are different. So that ergonomic efficiency makes it much more comfortable for a person to basically be out for many, many hours. Snowshoeing is not a natural way of walking, having extra wide things on your feet. So if we can build the snowshoe in such a way that you don't have to change your gait, it makes it much more comfortable for many hours of hiking. Brand new to our line is the new Revo snowshoe. And you'll see, just like that Lightning, we've got that external traction perimeter. But instead, we're taking what we developed many, many years ago in the modular deck, a molded deck. We've actually adapted the molded deck into the Lightning frame. And you can see we've been able to eliminate a lot of elements in the production of these snowshoes, so we're able to get the cost a little bit lower. So rather than having a bunch of rivets and a bunch of labor steps, we actually mold in the toe piece of the snowshoe into the frame itself. Totally unique, patent pending design. Still has all that great traction, very compliant again for the terrain. You never have any issues with snow and wet snow conditions getting stuck on either of these two snowshoe frames, because that cookie cutter or ice tray effect always is popping that snow out. So just wrapping up, a couple of additional points. We do make men's specific snowshoes and women's specific snowshoes. The biggest differences there are just the overall dimensions. Our women's snowshoes were specifically designed actually with a female gait specialist. We spent over a month actually taking a wide range of different women out in the snow and having them snowshoe. And it's amazing how often you meet people who actually go out snowshoeing. I was talking with a woman from National Ski Patrol the other day, and she was talking about how sore her hips were after a couple hours. Asked her what snowshoes she was using. They weren't MSRs. Sorry, that's a cheap shot. I didn't say who it was though. But you know, there really is a difference in the overall design of the men's and the women's snowshoes. We didn't just pink it and shrink it. We actually made a very, very different overall geometry to make it easier for women to walk in the snowshoes and not have to change their gait. They can walk very naturally with them. Narrower in the waist, different profile in the toe. You're not going to have to spread your gait out as far and not have to lift with the hip as much. So you can just pretty much step straight through with the women's snowshoe. So those are the biggest differences with the men's snowshoes, is the overall shape of the actual snowshoe itself. So enjoy the trails. Thanks, and we certainly hope that when you're making a purchasing decision, you consider MSR, built in the U.S. Thanks for your time.